Today is May 24th, 2011. Just about a month after 2 years of me having this particular Strida. It's Strida 5. And today something happened. You see this particular part where the lower tube joins the upper tube, the one that's vertical. This particular fixator came off as I was disassembling Strida, just opening it up, and it just came off. And this little, you see there's a hole, and through this hole there is like a little cylindrical rod, if you will, goes through, and it just it was outside on the street and just fell on the street, and I lost it. So I mean, I must tell you that this particular part is pretty sturdy inside. I mean, it's like, unless you really take time and just push it out, it stays put in its place. But it's still kind of a safety kind of feeling to have this properly functioning. So after 2 years, this particular part is now no longer functioning, the lock, this particular lock. So I'm gonna have to find something to replace that little cylindrical tube. If you notice, the piece that broke off actually doesn't just come through the holes. You see the two holes? It just snapped off right at this point. Can you see this? You cannot see through that hole. So in other words, that little cylindrical piece just snapped off completely, leaving the other side, the other hole, kind of see-through, as you can see. So, and the spring is still there. You notice the spring? This is the piece that locks up, that's supposed to lock up. So 2 years expiration date, depending on how much you use it. I use my Strida on regular basis, even in the winter time. And in fact, this piece, this particular part, became malfunctioning. In other words, it actually did not work for the past more than 6 months. I was on a hitchhiking trip in Europe, and while I was in Czech Republic, I started noticing that if I just lift up this pipe, even with this piece inside, it would still not fixate, it would still not lock up. So even back then, it was not functioning.